Here is the best investment strategy for anybody in the age 16 to 24 years old. Doing this will give you such a huge head start against your peers. You're going to be looking back 5 years from now, being so thankful you watched this video and liked it. So here it is. It's actually extremely easy. Take 20% of your monthly income, and before anything, before you pay your bills, before you go on a shopping spree, download Robinhood, take 20% of your monthly income, invest it into QQQ. QQQ is a low-risk ETF. It's done extremely well in the past 20 years. This thing tanks, everybody is tanking. The entire country is in chaos. I wouldn't even worry about investing into crypto or NFTs until you have at least 8 years of experience investing like this. This will help you practice consistency and give you experience of what it's like to see you lose money and make money doing nothing.
This is how you become financially free. It's not Amazon, it's not e-commerce, it's not drop shipping, it's not multi-family real estate, it's not becoming a social media influencer. This is exactly how I stopped worrying about money and began doing whatever I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. So if you want to become financially free, number one, you need to be making some kind of income, either from a job or a business. Number two, you need a bank account. Inside that bank account, you have a checking and a savings. You need to keep your monthly expenses in your checking and $2,000 in your savings. From there, you need a credit card. Get a cash back credit card with a credit limit of exactly what your monthly expenses are, the same number as what's in your checking. Then you need a high yield savings account. You're going to keep 6 to 12 months of your expenses in this account. Then once you get there, stop saving, because then you're going to take the rest of that money, open up an investment account like a Roth IRA, and invest up to $500 per month there. And then lastly, get you some life insurance. You're going to need about 10 times your income in life insurance. Then once you figure out how to automate that entire thing, that's going to be your quickest path to financial freedom. Like and follow for more.
If you're in your 20s and not a millionaire yet, this is the last video you'll ever need to become financially free. This is the exact blueprint that I used. Number one, pick a job that pays well. Here are some ideas for some high-paying jobs. The second thing you're going to want to do is go buy a house with extra rooms or units. Rent out those rooms or units so you don't have a housing payment. Number three, start a side hustle that can scale into a legitimate business. You need to play more offense so you can start generating more money. Remember, you can't save your way to financial freedom. Take that money and start investing into assets like real estate, more businesses, stocks, etc. And if you really want to fast track your growth, use good debt like mortgages to buy cash flow producing real estate. Finally, with all that money that you're now making, leverage your real estate to pay as close to $0 in taxes. You can use strategies like cost segregations, 1031 exchanges, etc. If you follow this blueprint, you can become financially free in just a few years. Give me a follow to learn how.
How'd you become financially independent?
Well, it's not as complicated as people think. You need to earn more, spend less, invest wisely, and know how much you need.
Oh, wait. What? Say that again?
You can earn more by working extra hours, get a part-time job, start a side business, sell some stuff, rent some stuff. Yeah, spend less by scrutinizing every expense. The biggest wins come from housing, transport, and food.
Sounds boring.
Well, so's listening to you complaining about money. Reducing expenses is the easiest path to wealth. Living below your means is way more fun and rewarding than people realize.
Okay.
Invest wisely into global index funds, property and business. Index funds are easier to start with and more passive. Property and business have better returns, but they just require more effort.
So how much do I need?
You'll find out by tracking your expenses. Once you've covered your living costs, you're free. The lower your expenses, the less money you'll need to invest to retire. It's up to you.
Oh, wow, you're right. It's not quite as complicated as I first thought, but...
The only time I feel safe, you show the lights that stop me, turn to stone.
Here are 8 different ways that you can invest your money. Number 1 is stocks. These represent actual ownership in the underlying companies, and you can buy stock in companies like Starbucks, Apple, Amazon, Boeing, almost all of your favorites. Number 2 is an ETF. This stands for Exchange Traded Fund, and it's basically a basket of stocks. So instead of buying 10 different stocks and trying to diversify and manage a portfolio, you can buy one single ETF that has all of the stocks you want inside of it. Number 3 is what's known as a REIT, or Real Estate Investment Trust, and this is a special type of stock that only invests in real estate and is designed to provide cash flow to the shareholders. The 4th way to invest your money is buying actual real estate and renting it out either through Airbnb or renting it out long term. The REITs are great if you don't have the money for the down payment, but owning and controlling your own real estate is a whole nother business model. The 5th way is to invest in crypto. This could be through buying and holding Bitcoin or Ethereum. It could be through a company that's going to take advantage of blockchain, or it could be your favorite NFT. Number 6 here is bonds. This is where you lend out your money to corporations or governments in return for an interest payment every quarter or every year. Number 7 is to buy and hold actual physical gold and silver. You can buy them either as coins or as bars. Here are a couple of silver coins that have been gifted to me from over time. And number 8 is holding good old cash. Now, I know this doesn't sound like an investment, but if the markets crash, holding cash can actually be the best investment you can make. And if you can make 1 or 2% in a high interest savings account on that cash, sometimes this is actually the best alternative.
Bro, I'm working like 40 hours a week and I don't see how I'm ever going to retire. They don't pay me crap. Yeah, welcome to the modern world where prices go up a lot faster than paychecks. Great, I'm so glad to know I'm not alone, but what am I supposed to do about it? Funny you asked. It's actually a really simple formula you can use to get wealthy in the next 10 years. Here's what you do. Take the bare minimum that you need to live. Rent, car, food, just enough to have shelter and not die. Figure out what that is per month, multiply it times 12, that's how much you need to live per year. So say you need $2,000 a month, that's $24,000 per year. Now divide that by the number of working hours that you have in a year, which is about 2,000. That's 40 hours a week times about 50 weeks a year. So $24,000 divided by 2,000, that's 20 bucks an hour. That's what you need to live. Now you need to make 5 times that much. So in this case, you need to make $100 an hour. So do a quick Google search of skills that pay at least $100 per hour and figure out the one that you would be most interested in. And then figure out, what do I have to do to actually learn that skill? Give yourself a year, 2 years, whatever it takes, and learn that skill in your spare time. And then once you learn it, start doing that. And eventually you can do that 2,000 hours a year and be making 5 times what you need to live. And the reason that's so important is a concept called 40, 40, 20. When you're making that much money, that means you can actually live off of 20% of your income. Then you have 40% that you can use to pay taxes. And if there's anything left over, you can like do fun stuff with it. And then you have 40% to save and invest. And if you are saving and investing 40% of your income, in a decade, you'll be wealthy. But sitting around with my friends and complaining is so much more fun. But then again, that does sound more productive. So, okay, I'll try it. Awesome. Another one saved. And then once you do that, follow me on TikTok so you know what to do with your money.